Hey guys, Mike Loves Nature here, and today I'm going to show you my most producing worm farm. So this here was actually Karma's first enclosure. It didn't look like this when it was. There was a tree planted in the middle, and what ended up happening, as I fed superworms, the occasional one would fall out of the cup and fall down into the enclosure. What I noticed after time was some of these beetles had started walking around inside the enclosure. Once I had noticed this, I decided I was going to take Karma out, so I took Karma out because it was easier than trying to deal with the beetles, and I thought maybe I could make a farm out of it. And pretty much now, this is just a compost bin for pretty much any greens or fruits, anything like that that has gone bad. You throw it into here. These guys are currently eating some blueberries that had gone bad, and there'll probably be nothing left in about 5 minutes. I have some cool time lapse of some crested gecko food. They seem to go crazy for too. Crested gecko food goes hard if you leave it in there for more than a day. So after the first night, I'll take it out and put it in to feed these guys, and they just love it. So literally all you need to do for this is give them about 10 inches of soil, dirt, and other good stuff like that. I used a jungle mix from Eco Earth. It seems to have worked very, very well. And then you just keep adding, again, veggie scraps, fruits, berries, anything like that. Starting to go bad, they will devour it. Don't put moldy food in, they won't eat that, but you gotta, anything that's just starting to go bad, you don't want to eat it anymore, these guys will absolutely love it. I've had this in Canada through winter. I've had this for 4 years straight, never had to worry about heat or anything like that. Mold was never an issue. It's a very easy to keep farm. And it supplies most of my food for my animals. I would say, if I had to guess, there's probably about 200 beetles in here. I couldn't even tell you how many worms. There's so many small baby-sized worms that will be really hard for this camera to pick up, but there is tons of them in there. I also do mist this container quite often. I'd say once a day I give it a really good misting to keep the dirt from drying out too much. I think they like that about it, the moisture. There's about 10 inches of dirt in the bottom. That allows for them to crawl away from the beetles, the worms that they lay, the eggs. I've got that grass in there because they seem to like cover. And one great way I find to flush out the worms is either flood the tank a little bit or keep something like this latex glove, which they seem to love pooling up underneath, on the dirt. And when you come back later and lift up the glove, you'll see quite a bit of superworms. Then I just use this bowl here to take a scoop of dirt out of there. Don't worry about the beetles too much. They are actually very rugged. As long as you're not directly hitting them, they should be fine. And then I take it and I sift it through this and I pick out the worms and I put it into a separate bowl that has calcium powder, and then that is the meal. So as you can see here, I've got one scoop of dirt. Now let's see how many worms I can get out of it. So from that one scoop of dirt, we've got 12 edible sized one. There was tons of babies in there, but I tend to not feed the babies. Anything that's about this size or bigger are the ones that I will feed. So without further ado, it's treat time for these guys. Good noms, monkey? Is that good noms? Round 2. Yeah, it's your turn. So I had given Ivory some crickets too, but by the time I had grabbed my camera and got ready to film her, she was done eating the crickets and wanted out of the bucket. So here's some clips of her eating some fruits instead. And she wants to say hi. More notes?